the set pieces are high. And you don't get that natural, fearless gait as the actors are running across them. You get a, if I fall, my career is over gait. And it's just sort of a bummer. Because there can't be a, safety crew and a blue screen under a live theater performance. But it just you almost wish that they'd decided to lower the sets to the floor so you could have the physicality more proper. So you get that mesh of actual human and cartoonish physical abilities.
Right.
In this one, that was nice.
Yeah, I don't know. There were several vignettes, several scenes that very artistically done, very Guy Ritchie done.
Sure.
Like the chase scene between the Sultan's guards and Aladdin and Jasmine when she's in disguise. It was all filmed. So they must have been playing the music that they were dubbing fast because they were in slow motion, but their mouths were singing to the songs.
There was some weird frame rate stuff happening in that sequence.
So it went slow motion, and he was singing which was great because things were shooting off, and the payoff we got that we wanted from John Wick, we were getting the spices flying
through the air. Aladdin healed our John Wick wounds.
Thank you, Aladdin. And then they get onto the cart as they're going away, and it switches, and it goes to a fast frame rate, and his mouth still... So in that transition, they went from the music playing really fast and them dubbing to it playing really slow, and it didn't feel jarring. The only... you notice it, but the mouths and the lip syncing was all perfect. And it was just kind of wait... First off, why was that there? And second off, thank you, because that was cool to watch. But I don't know. I think they definitely told Guy Ritchie to rein it back a little bit.
Sure. I mean... But
they also let him stretch a little bit, too, which was cool, having those random frame rates. Or when he gets punted out the window and it follows him down in slow motion. That's a very Guy Ritchie camera angle. And it was nice to see them allow the director to have his style, at least. It definitely felt like a Disney movie.
Right.
But you could feel that it was a Disney movie made by Guy Ritchie.
Sure. I don't watch enough Guy Ritchie to have a stamp on his style, but yes, it was stylized.
Guy Ritchie, the two Sherlock Holmes movies, they're two of my favorite movies because of how stylized they are. His use of slow motion's amazing. That was a weird noise. My upstairs neighbors are going nuts.
Whoa.
I do have one complaint about the movie.
Okay.
And it's actually small.
Okay.
There was a couple of moments where it felt rushed. And that's the only way I can describe it, because I've been literally chewing on it for the last 5-6 hours trying to think of why it felt rushed.
What parts?
I guess I can't put a pinpoint on a specific scene, but going from the introduction of the movie to him meeting Jasmine felt very quick.
They cut out the entire intro scene of Jasmine at the palace. Right. So... yeah, the story beats are very different than they were in the cartoon. Very true. They did rush through that part.
And I think it's in the back of my mind of the story pacing of the original that I get this feeling from. Yeah. And I don't think it's fully founded. But I felt it. And that's the only real complaint I have about this movie. It was a good kids movie.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was fun.
I would feel very comfortable bringing my niece to this movie and having her watch it.
I liked the Cave of Wonder collapsing was much scarier this time than it was in the cartoon. It was also because there's CG in the 1992 Aladdin cartoon. Yeah. And it's just
it's not held up.
No. But it's to put those two screens side by side, there's not an exact shot recreation of the moment where they're going up the wall is the very, very obvious CG in 92. And they didn't really have an exact replication of that, but just the general scene, if you were to put those side by side, it's absolutely incredible that those were done 20-some years apart. Like, it's insane.
It really is. For the people that are worried about Will Smith's Genie, I thought he did a fantastic job.
I did too. I really enjoyed
his character. And they tied the knot that the first the original left as a thought was that the narrator at the beginning is the genie. And in this one it's part of the plot. And I really did. I really did enjoy that.
It also eliminates the weird, will you come back for our sequels? Like, it closes the door on sequels to me.
Yeah.
If they've taken the genie totally out of the picture and made him a human.
Yeah, that was something that was surprising to me. Because in the original...
he's free, but he's still a genie.
He's still a genie, yeah. This one, he's just a man now.
Which kind of makes sense.
Yeah, no, totally. And I really liked that plot beat.
Yeah, me too.
And it makes sense why I think I read a news article this morning saying that they're not making a sequel. Like,
Right.
This is the only Aladdin live action that they're going to make.
It's just good.
Yeah. Though
the Aladdin sequels were not much to talk about.
Yeah.
King of Thieves was better than Return of Jafar.
King of Thieves was all right. But the first one is the best of the three.
Of course, by miles.
By miles, yeah. But that being said, I did really enjoy the cast, and I would like to see them in more, but I don't want to see another Aladdin.
Right.
So I'm sure these actors they were all great, but hopefully we'll see them more around. The last thing I wanted to talk about is I liked how they humanized Hakim, the guard.
I liked that Hakim had such a big role in that end scene.
I really did too, and that
it fed into their whole "the people are the city" thing. Like,
and like they were just comical villains in the original,
right?
To the point where their loyalties meant nothing,
right.
And
their pants were impossible by the laws of physics.
Hey, don't be hating on the Arabian hammer pants.
I'm not. I'm hating on animated Arabian hammer pants. They were impossible. They'd have to be filled with beans to fall that way.
With beans!
The pants were way better in this one. They followed the laws of physics and everything.
Yeah, definitely. But I just loved how the guards were human characters. They had flaws.
Right.
They were following their orders, but when the time came, they sided with the good guys. And it was like, all right, that felt good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't know, I really liked that.
I liked giant half-rotting Iago.
Yeah, that was weird and cool.
Yep.
Did you like the costume designer genie scene?
I did. I have a note about it. That was in the original as well, though.
Yeah.
I did like it. Yeah. It made me happy.
I just love it.
It always makes me happy when someone has a tape around their neck in a movie.
I just loved it. It's like, no, they're in the desert. Plain tones, white tones.
It also, like, this is a stupid note, but a few years ago, I worked on a production of this for children.
Mm-hmm.
And our director was really like wanting to go more naturalistic with the look of it. So it was more draped in fabrics instead of like cutouts of the shapes of the Disney cartoon for the sets. And, and I was really proud of our costuming when I saw this movie. It was the like, we did it for free in Luma's version, but the vibe was the same.
Nice.
So I was like, good job, Ruth and Danielle and I. We did a thing.
Yeah, I loved the costumes. I loved how they had costumes similar enough to like feel like the originals, but they felt very real.
Right.
Which was
actual
cool.
Human clothes that followed the laws of physics.
Yeah, which is great.
I loved her beaded peacock pants at the party scene.
Oh,
those were the best pants. I want them.
Beaded peacock pants. Sure, you can't find that on Amazon, sadly.
No, you can't.
Oh, man. So, all in all, I'd give this a movie a good thumbs up, because I would suggest seeing it in theaters, because the music is great. Yeah. You need to get that, unless you have a banging sound system for your home theater, go see this in theaters, because solely for the music. The music was great. And the graphics were fun to watch on a big screen.
Did you have any issues with the CG quality of Blue Genie?
No.
Because I wasn't bothered. I've heard a lot of people don't love that. But I thought it was fine. I thought it looked great in this,
I think that was leftover hate from the original trailer where he looked like a Blue Meanie.
Right.
And it was terrible. But they obviously fixed it. And from what they show in the movie, they upped their ante a lot. And it looks great. I thought it looked great.
Yeah, I did too.
And there's a couple scenes where like he switches his head with Aladdin's head, and I thought that looked great too. Yeah. Like I don't know, they did a great job with the CG of the genie. I thought.
I agree. I liked that he was sparkly. Yes. His little twisty vortexy cloud part of him. He was sparkly.
Very sparkly. I liked the intricacies of on his forearms,
gold tattooing kind of.
Yeah, it was almost like gold henna or something like that.
Right.
All of it, just the design of him, I really liked.
Me too.
So with that said, do we want to hype our next movie?
Sure. Our next movie is Godzilla, King of Monsters.
King of Monsters. The king is dead. Long live the king. Gojira. I'm so excited for this one. I am so excited for this one. Godzilla is one of my childhood, fantasies. Kids are like, I want to grow up to be a dinosaur. It's like, no, I want to be Godzilla. I am Godzilla. And then the 1992 movie came out, or was it 91? Whichever, or 98. It was 1998. And I loved it. And then I watched it again 10 years later and realized it's hot garbage. But I still love it because it impacted my childhood. And then the new Godzilla came out and I loved it. And then the new King Kong came out and I found out that they're loosely tied into the same universe. And then there's another Godzilla and I'm so excited.
Yay.
The hype is real for me on this one. Just for the insanity of having all of these monsters on screen.
Sure.
It's going to be insane.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be hot garbage. But I don't know.
I really hope they don't use Somewhere Over the Rainbow in the movie itself. I've really enjoyed it in the trailers. But I'll cry if that song plays in that screening. Yeah. Will I take 3 hours out of my work time? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
To not be sewing on Wizard of Oz, which is due 2 days after this movie. And that's my only hope for this movie. Don't play Over the Rainbow.
It's very low expectations.
It does look very good.
Yeah. So look forward to hearing our podcast about that coming out next week.
Next week.
We are back up on a weekly schedule, which is insanity, but we're doing it because we're crazy.
And then we have a week off after that.
Oh, man.
I think. Yeah.
Week off. So, do you have any final thoughts about Aladdin and or Godzilla?
Nope. Go see Aladdin.
Yeah, go see Aladdin. It's great. And it's given me a little bit more hope for the Lion King remake. Because if they put as much effort and care into that as they did into Aladdin, it could be great.
We'll find out in a month.
Yeah. So, this has been another episode of Casual Cinephilia. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Music by Kevin MacLeod, Quirky Dog, and Vicious. Licensed under the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. You can find his music at incompetech.com.